Welcome everyone to yesterday's NBA news from the 5th of August 2024. We have a story about the Nuggets that I'm excited to talk about in a way. And obviously we had two WNBA games that were pretty fun to watch as always, because that's just the WNBA. And obviously tonight there is a 4-game slate that we're gonna talk about, and that's it. That's there. So let's begin with the Nuggets and the drama surrounding the Denver Nuggets ahead of this NBA season that is quickly picking up steam and pace. And I mean, we're a month away from the preseason and about a month and a half away from the start of the season, which makes me happy. It's fucking awesome. Can't wait, actually. And the thing is, Nuggets GM and Michael Malone are apparently having an internal rift. Those have been the speculations that was in the rumor mill yesterday from more or so the reputable reporters out there in the field. And I mean, it makes sense. Obviously, Michael Malone wanted to win championships. He did win one. They failed last season under rather disappointing circumstances when you think about their season. They obviously lost Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in the off-season, and it was not even due to like a huge contract, but more so thanks to the GM and the owners not wanting to spend the money to go over the salary cap, which obviously in long-term views, and if you were to do it for like 5 to 6 seasons, it would hurt you. But for a season, when you have the best player in the world, and you could have easily been in the finals again, you won the title the year before, it's kinda crazy. And Kentavious Caldwell-Pope was obviously a huge part and reason of that championship and of the run that the Nuggets have had, thanks to his incredible defense. He is one of the true 3-and-D guys in the league, and it's intriguing, right? And apparently that's what this is all about. That's where the rift is coming from. And Michael Malone obviously wanted KCP to stay. He wanted Bruce Brown to stay. He wanted more veteran guys and not being forced to play young players, which which he'll probably have to, thanks to the roster construction of the Nuggets. There will be younger guys that will have to be getting chances and playing time. Which obviously does not bode well for a championship team overall, and with the places they are drafting at. So it's an intriguing thing for the Nuggets. We'll see how this season works out for them. It will be truly intriguing to see how this season looks for the Nuggets, because I do still think they'll be really good, but will they be top of the conference good? I don't know, man. I don't know. I've talked about on this channel my love for OKC this season, and I think they're my favorites still to win the title. I don't know. I just feel like it's their moment. I just feel like their natural progression makes sense for them to be right there, and I think they have all the right pieces to win the title this season. But that's for the season previews, not here and there. While the other story in the NBA is that Brandon Ingram did not attend a week-long voluntary, obviously, minicamp where every other player from the Pelicans was. And Brandon Ingram's never showed up. It was like a 5-day, week-long, obviously, voluntary minicamp. Repeating the words perfectly and precisely. But obviously, this is weird and does not, look that good on Brandon Ingram. We have heard so many trade rumors, obviously his contract, disputes and everything, so that's another story to be on the lookout for still, and I don't know what to think there. While the WNBA had 2 games, it was the Mystics beating the Mercury 90-77, another bad offensive start for the Mercury. Like I keep repeating, they just lack identity. They just are lacking that identity. I think something's just missing, and they've not been that good defensively also. The Mystics shot 14 of 28 from the 3-point line, had 25 assists. It was a really great all-around team game for the Mystics, even though it came at the cost of Ariel Atkins being injured, which fucking sucks. She played just, 5 to 7 minutes, maybe 9 minutes, and left with an ankle injury, and did not return to the game. So we'll have to wait and see how that looks in the upcoming days. And the other game was the Liberty against the Storm, which the Liberty won 77-70. It was Brianna Stewart's fourth quarter that was incredible and clutch. Beth Laney Hamilton had a really great game today, and obviously the whole big three had a good game. Jonquil Jones had a really good all-around game. Sabrina had a solid game, and Beth Laney Hamilton, chimed in with her incredible play, and she's a really good role player for them. She is a really good role player, and I want to shout out Leonie Fiebig. She continues to impress. I would say Courtney Vandersloot really impresses, so that's just awesome. And the Liberty obviously keep building on, while obviously on the other hand the Storm have been playing better, but Jewel Lloyd has not been as good and as awesome as she's been before the All-Star Olympic break. She's been kinda down, and like I keep repeating, this Storm team just is lacking also in some type of team chemistry, identity, maybe. But shout out to Gabby Williams. She's been getting better every game. She had a really good game today. She crossed the 1,000 career points mark. She had 17 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. I'm pretty sure she shot like 61% from the field. So, I mean, there are still positive signs, and you lost against the best team in the league. So, it's not like it was that bad of a loss, but I would say, much like with the Mercury, something's missing with the Storm. But with the Mercury, it's way more apparent and way more obvious. For the Storm, I think there's something solvable there. While for the Mercury, I just feel like this season is not the one for them. But they are still in the playoffs, and God knows what can happen in the playoffs, right? As for today's slate, there are real fun games. Oh shit. Today's slate. No! Yes, this is the way. It's the Lynx against the Fever. Caitlin Clark back in action against the Lynx. That should be a fun one. The Fever obviously have been playing incredibly well. The Lynx have been one of the best teams in the league all year, and especially since the Olympic break. So this should be a fucking fun, good matchup right here, and I'm really excited to see what the hell is gonna happen here. Then we have the Wings against the Dream. Wings have been playing better, like I said, and the Dream are fighting for their playoff spot, for the last playoff spot in these playoffs, and they've been playing really solid. So this is a important matchup in terms of the last playoff spot, because obviously they're 2 games apart, and we're about, what is it, maybe like 6 to 7 games for each team, maybe even less, probably 6 to 7 games for each team away from the playoffs. So this is huge if the Wings want to make the playoffs. This would be huge for the Dream if they want to be in the playoffs, and that's gonna be a good matchup. The Sun play against the Aces. The Aces, obviously, with the MVP, the Sun being one of the best teams in the league, should be a good one. The Aces have been playing better lately, and it should be really good. This is a really good slate. Such a shame it's all at night for me, but I mean, I can watch obviously back, but still, it does feel great to watch games back, but there's something still there is a spark to watching the game live, and the last game is the Sparks against the Chicago Sky. Chicago trying to obviously keep their hopes of playoffs alive. This is probably the easiest game they have, right? Against the Sparks, who have been hurt and just not great this season. But I don't trust them at all. So there's that, but this should be a good matchup between Ricka Jackson, the Rooks, obviously, Camila Cardoso and Angel Reese. Diarika Hemby, obviously, is still hooping, so this should be a solid matchup. Odyssey Sims obviously has been hooping for the Sparks, so we'll see, but I'm excited, and I'll talk about it tomorrow. The NFL off to a solid start. Such a shame that I was up and watched the whole game. I wanted the Ravens to win because fuck the Chiefs, and my favorite tennis player lost in the semifinals of the US Open, so it was a rough night, but overall, it's been a great week, and I'm really pleasantly surprised by how everything's going. So let's keep it up, let's keep it going. As always, be kind to yourself and others, be gentle with yourselves, and I'll catch you all wherever, whenever, next time. Love.